Hey you. Yeah, you sitting there watching this. You want to know why that girl you like so much is thinking about another guy right now and not you? Because let me tell you something that's gonna blow your mind. It's not because of his money. It's not because he's better looking than you. And no, it's not because he has a luxury car either. It's something much simpler than that. And if you stay until the end of this video, I swear you're gonna discover the secret that makes us women become completely obsessed with a man. And look, before you think, ugh, another girl talking nonsense, let me introduce myself. I'm a woman, okay? I know all our secrets, all our mental games, everything that drives you crazy without you understanding why. And today I'm gonna betray all of us by telling you everything. But here's the thing. If you leave before I'm done, you're gonna regret it your whole damn life. Because at the end, I'm gonna reveal the ultimate technique that makes a woman give you what you want without you even having to ask. Sound good? Then close WhatsApp. Forget about that girl who left you on red. And pay attention to me for the next few minutes because this is gonna change your game forever. And right now, I'm gonna tell you something that's probably gonna hurt, but that you need to hear. Section 1. Why direct lines don't work. Okay, baby? Let's start with the basics, because I need you to understand this before I give you the magic phrase. Most of you guys think you have to be direct, right? Hey, I like you. You look really pretty. Wanna go out with me? I'm really into you. And then you just stand there like idiots waiting for us to say, oh yes, me too, and throw ourselves into your arms. Well, let me tell you something that's gonna hurt, but it's the absolute truth. When you tell us that in such a direct and obvious way, our brain says, okay, this guy already wants me. He already likes me. I already got him. And in that precise moment, we lose all interest. Why? Because there's no challenge anymore. No mystery. Nothing to conquer. It's like if someone gave you a video game and told you, look, you already won. Here's the trophy. Does it make you want to play it? No, right? Well, with us, it's exactly the same. We need to feel like we're winning something, that we're getting a guy that others want too, that it's a challenge. Direct lines kill sexual tension, kill mystery, kill excitement. And worst of all, they make us think, this guy is desperate. He probably doesn't have other options. And desperation, baby, is the least sexy thing that exists in this world. So, if direct lines don't work, what the hell does work? Well, something much smarter works. Something that plays with our psychology in such a subtle way that we don't even realize we're being seduced. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you now. Section 2. The psychology behind the perfect phrase. Now pay close attention, because here comes the key to all of this. For a phrase to make us take the first step, it has to fulfill 3 psychological conditions. First, it has to create curiosity. It has to leave us thinking. It has to open a loop in our mind that we need to close. Second, it has to make us feel special but without it being obvious. You can't tell us you're special because that's basic and boring. You have to make us feel like we're different from the others without telling us directly. And third, and this is the most important, it has to create indirect sexual tension. You can't be explicit. You can't be vulgar, but there has to be something in your words that activates that primitive part of our brain that makes us think about you in a, let's say, less innocent way. When you combine these 3 elements in one phrase, you create something we call the perfect trap. Because without realizing it, we start thinking about you. We start wanting to know more. We start feeling that attraction we can't explain rationally. And when that happens, when we feel that mix of curiosity, feeling special, and sexual tension, boom, we take the first step. We're the ones looking for contact, making up excuses to see you, starting the conversation. It's like you programmed us without us even noticing. And now that you know the theory, let me give you concrete examples of phrases that trigger this response in us. Section 3. Secret phrase number 1. Okay, daddy, here comes the first phrase that makes 99% of women lose their minds. Imagine you're talking with her. There's good vibes, laughter, connection, and then you get a little closer. Look her in the eyes with that intensity but without being weird, and you tell her with a half-mysterious smile, you know what, you're dangerous. And you shut up, period. Don't explain anything else, just that. Let me explain the magic you just created in her brain. First, curiosity at maximum level. She's gonna think dangerous? Me? Why? What does he mean by that? Her mind is gonna start spinning trying to figure out what the hell it means. Second, You made her feel special in an indirect way. You didn't tell her you're pretty, like the other 100 guys who compliment her every day. You told her something that suggests she has power over you, that she affects you somehow. And that, honey, drives us crazy. And third, brutal sexual tension. The word dangerous has implicit sexual connotations. It suggests she could make you lose control, that there's something about her that destabilizes you, and that immediately activates our sexual side. After saying this, she's going to start asking you questions. She's going to look for physical contact. She's going to try to figure out what you meant. And that's when you maintain the mystery, smile, and say something like, "If I explain it loses the charm, you'll find out." Boom. You just made her completely obsessed with understanding what's going on with you. See how it works? But wait, this doesn't end here. I got more phrases for you. Section 4. Secret phrase number 2. Now comes another one that's brutally effective and works especially well when there's already a bit of trust. You're talking, maybe having drinks, and at some point in the conversation, she says or does something you like, something authentic. Could be that she tells you something personal, that she laughs genuinely, whatever. And that's when you look at her, make a small pause, and tell her, "I like it when you're like this." And you keep looking at her for a few seconds without saying anything else. See the play? You just created curiosity again. Like what? What's special about this moment? She's gonna want to know exactly what you like, what part of her is affecting you. And the best part is that the word "this" is ambiguous. It can refer to many things. Second, you let her know you're paying attention, that you're not just there trying to hook up, but that you're really seeing her, getting to know her. And that makes us feel damn special. It's not a generic compliment. It's something specific about that moment. And third, you create intimacy. By saying, "I like it when you're like this," you're suggesting there's an us, that there are special moments between you two that are different, and that creates a connection that goes beyond superficial. After this, she's going to start showing more of that part of her that you liked. She's going to look for your approval unconsciously. She's going to want to repeat those moments with you. And before you know it, she's the one proposing to see each other more, looking for excuses to be alone with you. It's pure psychology, honey, and it works like a damn charm. Section 5. Secret phrase number 3. This third phrase is the riskiest but also the most powerful when you use it at the right moment. Let's say there's already sexual tension. There's that vibe of something's gonna happen here. You're close, maybe there's been some touching, some intense looks. And instead of going straight to kiss her like all other guys would, you get close, almost brushing her lips, and whisper to her, "You shouldn't look at me like that." And you pull back a bit, smile, and stay there waiting for her reaction. Dude, let me tell you what just happened in her head. First, you completely reverse the game. It's not you who's trying something. It's her who's provoking you with her look. You put the responsibility on her. And that drives us crazy because usually we're the ones who set limits. Second, you created sexual tension so strong that she's going to feel butterflies in her stomach. By saying "you shouldn't," you're suggesting that her look affects you, that it makes you want to do things, that it's dangerous, and that turns us on brutally. And third, you created a challenge. It's like you're telling her, "You started this. Now what are you going to do about it?" And we can't resist a challenge when there's attraction involved. After this phrase, 99% of the time, one of two things is going to happen. Either she's going to close the distance and kiss you herself, or she's going to say something provocative back like, "And what if I keep looking at you like this?" And then you already know she's yours. Because you created a dynamic where she's the one taking the step. She's the one taking initiative. And the best part is that she does it feeling empowered, not feeling chased. It's pure psychological genius. Section 6. The ultimate phrase that never fails, and now comes the most powerful phrase of all, the one that never fails if you use it correctly. You can use this one at any point in the interaction, from the beginning to when there's already trust. You're talking, there's good vibes, and you drop this casually. "I have a feeling you and I are going to get in trouble." And you say it with that naughty smile, like you know something she doesn't know yet. Now let me explain why this phrase is pure gold. First, you're creating a shared future. You're not saying "I want something to happen." You're taking for granted that something is going to happen between you two. And that's damn attractive because you show confidence without being arrogant. Second, the word trouble has sexual and adventure connotations. It suggests that with you two together, there's going to be chemistry, there's going to be passion, there's going to be exciting things. Not boredom, not routine, not the typical stuff, and we die for that kind of excitement. Third, you're creating complicity. It's like you're her accomplice in something secret, like there's something special between you two that nobody else understands, and that creates an instant, brutal connection. Fourth, you open the door for her to play with you. She can respond, "What kind of trouble?" with that complicit smile, and there you're already creating that sexual tension that makes her later be the one looking to take you somewhere more private, proposing to leave, taking the next step. This phrase is so effective I've seen it work even with the most difficult women, the ones who normally never take the first step. Because you're giving them permission to be daring, to show their more sexual side, without feeling judged. It's absolutely brilliant. Section 7. How to use these phrases without screwing up. Now listen to me carefully, because here comes the part that most guys ignore and then wonder why it doesn't work. These phrases are powerful, but if you use them wrong, if you drop them without the right context, you're gonna look like a damn robot or worse, a weird guy trying to apply internet tricks. So let me give you the golden rules for them to work. First rule, timing. You can't drop these phrases at any moment. You need there to already be a minimum of connection, that she's receptive, that there's some chemistry. If you say them to a stranger on the street, she's gonna think you're crazy. Second rule, body language. The phrase is only 30% of the power. The other 70% is in how you say it. You have to say it with confidence, looking her in the eyes, with that intensity but without being aggressive, with a light smile on your lips. If you say it nervous or looking at the ground, you lose all the impact. Third rule, don't explain. After dropping the phrase, shut your mouth. Don't start justifying what you meant. Don't get nervous if there's silence. Let her process. Let curiosity eat her up inside. The silence after these phrases is where the magic happens. Fourth rule, be authentic. These phrases work because they're a vehicle to transmit your energy, your confidence, your mystery. But if you're not that guy, if you haven't worked on yourself, the phrase is going to feel empty. So before applying this, make sure you're building an interesting life, that you're working on your confidence, that you're genuinely a valuable man. And fifth rule, use only one per interaction. You can't use all 5 phrases in the same conversation because you're going to look like a motivational phrases salesman. Choose the one that best fits the moment and use it naturally. Got it? Good. Section 8. What to do after the phrase. And now comes something super important that almost nobody tells you. Once you drop the phrase and see that she reacts, that she laughs, that she asks questions, that she looks for contact, what the hell do you do after? Because many guys would screw everything up at this moment. The key is to maintain that energy, that mystery, that tension you just created. If after saying you're dangerous, she asks you why, don't give her a direct answer. Say something like, it's too soon for that, or you'll find out with that mysterious smile. If after saying I like it when you're like this, she insists on knowing what exactly you like, give her small clues but never the complete answer. I like that you don't try to impress me, that you're yourself, but without going on explaining 1,000 things. If after you shouldn't look at me like that, she challenges you and keeps doing it, that's your signal to escalate physically. Get closer. Maintain intense eye contact. Let the tension be almost unbearable before making any move. And if after you and I are going to get in trouble, she asks what kind of trouble. Say something like, the kind that makes it worth the risk, and change the subject. Keep that air of mystery. The idea is that once you've planted the seed of curiosity and attraction, don't water it with too much information. Let her fill in the blanks with her imagination. Let her be the one looking for more, proposing to continue the conversation, giving signals that she wants more. Because when you do it like this, when you maintain that power, that presence, that mystery, she can't do anything else but take the first step. Okay, handsome, we've reached the end, and now you know exactly what words to use to make women take the first step, to make them be the ones looking for you, taking initiative. I gave you 5 phrases that work on a deep psychological level. I explained exactly why they work, and I gave you the rules to use them without screwing up. But here comes the important part. This doesn't mean shit if you don't apply it. Don't be that guy who watches the video, says, oh, that's interesting, and then does nothing. Get out there, talk to women, use these phrases at the right moments, and watch how the dynamic completely changes. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button right now, because that tells me there are guys like you who really want to improve their game with women. And subscribe to the channel for more female psychology secrets that no other guy is gonna tell you, because I'm a woman, and I know exactly how our mind works. Leave me in the comments which of these 5 phrases you're gonna try first. I wanna know if you dare to use the riskiest one, or if you're gonna start with the more subtle ones. And always remember this, honey. Women wanna take the first step, but only with the right man. With the man who understands our psychology, who knows how to create tension, who is a challenge. Become that man, and they'll come on their own. See you in the next video, champ. Now go out and put it into practice.